Attention to the
We're going.
center
We have a
of the
very, very
flame.
special story.
Look at the girl with the long hair.
To the flames you put your eyes.
Alright, everybody, we have a very, very, very special story.
Everyone sit
The
down.
story of a man, a legend, a hero, a being. The story of Twinklefoot.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
think
I know what you're talking about.
happens to all the witches that we burn? Mere mortals cannot do this.
Oh
How would we be
no!
able to put them on a stake and put them to the flames without getting a curse set upon ourselves?
There was only one, and his feet twinkled.
As he walked through the forest, he left a trail of dust on the ground.
You see, he was the son of a pirate who was hanged on the gallows, and his mother was an actress. Mediocre, too big. Okay. He was born the day his father died, and they say that was a horrible omen, or like a sign of humongous luck. Nobody really cares.
So the prophecy put upon him, oh my friend, the story differs. You see, Twinklefoot was born the day his father died, but his father was a horrible man. And his father said, as long as I live, my son and anyone associated with me will never accomplish anything.
And so the curse was reversed.
And it was turned into a blessing. Twinklefoot was a blessed man. Leaving those twinkles on the forest floor, he not only blessed the forest, but those who were in it.
And he was raised in Stonehenge, amongst the living rock.
Ah, yes, sir.
He grew up
You
in
know
the
what the
ground.
living rock gave him? A special mass.
A very special man.
The only tree in the entire forest that had medicinal properties.
The world tree!
The
Overfield!
world tree. And this is where the story converges, my friend.
Of course, because everything hit the precipice of Twinklefoot. Twinklefoot sailed, but he didn't sail on a ship.
He sailed with his feet,
He sailed with his feet.
touching the water.
In fact, he really just walking.
He walked across the ocean and found a place in the forest ravaged by witches. Do you know what Madden means? Madden is the name of the horrible witch that ruled them all. Princess Madden. You know what happened to her?
Darkness!
Her date didn't show up, so she turned to a witch. I'll throw your head in this cauldron, spin it around, and everyone's gonna turn into a witch with me, and they did.
She was always listening to the Sisters of Mercy, and was really stereotypical.
Witch.
She two-stepped, very slow, droning music.
Eventually the witches receded into the trees. They said, there's no one left for us to put curses on. We must lay dormant for years.
But
so
soon,
they did.
Soon the British would come, they would colonize the Dutch and the British, and they would become the Americans. And they grew, and they found this place, Madden. They knew not what Madden meant. And they said, what does Madden mean? We don't know.
Wigwams and sheds are provided for us. We must plant ourselves down here and use the fire pits that have been provided for us.
And the wood that's
Unknowingly.
just here and isn't treated. And so they did. And they raised the glorious city of like a shelter and like two, like, you know. And
Oh yes, back to Twinklefoot.
you
He
see,
reached the shores after years of walking. He spent much of days with the ocean glitters, but he said, this is not a place for me, there is no evil here. As soon as he hit the surface, looked out into the horizon, he saw this camp.
and so,
The story of Twinklefoot continues.
you see, his destiny was always to defend the weak from those evil and those impure of heart, and those who complain when it's wet and snows because they're lame.
And the British were lame. They said, let's build a fire in the fire pit of forbiddenness. And so they threw the first stone.
And they hacked down the trees in which the witches their souls still remain. And the witches free. They possess
One by one, though, the witches will come out of the trees that you hacked down. For all at once would cause a cataclysm that would destroy the entire world.
of course. And slowly
Twinklefoot.
they reached.
Twinklefoot. 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 Twinklefoot.
Twinklefoot!
Twiggly, twiggly, twiggly feet. Twinklefoot. What do you think happens when he bathes?
Water becomes awesome. They twinkle. You can never rub it off. Never rub it off. Please, they twinkle. Twinkle, Twinklefoot. Please, they twinkle. Twinkle out. Twinklefoot.
Go to its cave. Slaying all the men. Threw them in the fire.
And ate their shit. That's their fault. And maddened, she arose. And she said, I shall spawn something. He shall be tall. He shall be tall and overprotective for litigious reasons. That guy was there for another time. And when she began her spawn, she fueled it with the blood of innocent campers, students,
And Twinklefoot, he saw this happening, and he said, there are innocent bloodshed. He said, I need to intervene or else they're going to die some more, and then we're not going to die because then they're going to cancel the Flintstones.
I'm not! And so, as his feet twinkled, he came down upon, and the witches, they all came to him, and they struck, but he said, no. And they saw his twinkling feet, and their eyes melted in a bloody inferno. And he said, you shall stop your evil ways. And she said, no! So he said, burn the witch! 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 Chicago! What? They burned in a good, glorious fire, not unlike this one. And Twinklefoot, he said, I shall live in these woods protecting them, for this is my destiny, this is my home, and this was why I was born. And this, I now know why my feet twinkle. So it's a night when there was no fire, because of a snowfall in the middle, for goddamn fall. I will see the light, because of my twinkling feet. And so they twinkle. And now, every time there was a witch, bitching and complaining about snow and other lame things, we said burn the witch. We say burn the witch in honor of Twinklefoot, but they say Twinklefoot still roams across the land. Still roams. Wait, and he will emerge someday, and he will say to you all, I am Twinklefoot. You're going to kiss, and his feet shall twinkle. They shall twinkle like the night sky, and his hair shall be long and flowing, and his skin shall be pale.
Hey, you forget, those with twinkling feet are shunned, for today's world does not accept those with magic. He downs his shoes and the mask that was given to him by his father, and says, I will roam the forest, searching those who are worthy and open-minded.
And they shall see my twinkling feet.
If they believe. Only if they believe. So the story of Twinklefoot continues on in the hearts of those who listen to the story that was improvised on the spot.
That is incredible! You might not agree. Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Get you burned! Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Chicago! Chicago burns! Wait! Illinois! Florida! Kentucky! Illinois! Wyoming! Maryland! Best boys! Fucking more! California! Hell! Michigan! Utah! Sweden! Asgard! Valhalla! Burn the witch! 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 Burn the witch!